the one thing. If I'm going to put one sort of makeup on, it's got to be mascara, and I put everything else on, and I didn't put my
That's
mascara
funny
on.
for me. It's eyeliner.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. I can't actually stand how mascara feels.
I hate it. I hate how
really?
makeup feels in general.
Well,
I can't wait to get it off my face.
Yeah.
I don't mind the rest of it. Like, I don't think about it once it's on, except for the mascara. Yeah, and then it feels like really weighted down, you know, like every blink. Yes, and that.
So,
And I don't like it when it's all like clumpy.
Yeah.
I know that's kind of like a thing.
Yeah, I don't like that
I
either.
don't know why that seems to be like okay with everybody else, but
I know, I hate it.
well, I'm going to totally do a plug because for someone who doesn't have I don't have a lot of eyebrows, I don't have eyelashes, whatever. I have probably
you
tried
have lighter hair. You
Yes.
have it. It's just light.
Yeah. I have tried every mascara on the market, and I had gone and gotten a facial one day, and my girl was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to try Thrive." And I've used Thrive before.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Well, it's called Liquid Lash Extension, and it's a mascara, and it goes on. It's really easy. It's not super clumpy. Like I literally just did it in 2 seconds, but if I had more time, I would like take my time and do it. But anyway, the really cool thing about it is that you don't get that like smear underneath, like after you sweat or like a long day or whatever. It stays on, but you have to warn, like when you tell people to get it, when they go to wash it off at night, it actually comes off in like these silicone like little tubes. It's crazy.
Spider legs.
Yeah, you'll be like, what is that? And you're like, oh, that's the mascara. Like it doesn't rub off like regular
weird.
mascara.
Liquid
Yes.
So
lash
wait,
extension.
are you saying it like makes a sheath
Yes. It like
and then it
silicones.
comes off in a sheath?
Yes. It's amazing. Yeah.
I cut like there's like a small part of me that picks that is like fixated on that idea.
You
Yes.
gotta pick off individually each one.
Oh, well, I don't know
And examine it, right?
Right,
Like you have to look
Yeah.
at the tube.
It's pretty
Did you
cool.
reload it?
And I know, right? But it definitely has like a silicone type
Like
situation to
put it back on your eyelash? Is that what you mean? Reload it.
Well, I mean, yeah. It's even got a different little brush to it.
It does. It's like a thinner brush
It's like a
because
bottle brush.
Yeah.
so I have another one that my sister got me. Sorry, Drama Mama.
Yeah,
we're
welcome
totally
to the
talking
Drama
about
Mamas, by the way.
makeup.
Yes,
But-
I'm Kristen.
I'm Angela.
I'm
And that's
Kathy.
Kathy.
It's gonna be our day today. We should just call this episode Squirrel.
We should.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Yes.
love
Well,
that.
because we had great ideas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they required some time that I don't think any of us had.
Let's have this
No.
week.
So there on a future podcast,
Yeah.
we'll talk about something really super cool that I think a lot of parents have questions about, which is like, why is it that when I go and I watch a show, like with my kid in it, why can't I take photos or video of them?
Oh,
like
yeah,
I
we
can
should
when
totally
I'm
do that.
like going to the elementary school and the kids are doing,
Yeah.
the Mighty Mighty Spelling Bee or whatever it was that Pinky did, the first show that she ever did. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a great topic.
Yeah.
And we all have questions about that, but we don't know enough about it to actually talk about it yet. So we have to get educated. I've been pointed to that there's supposedly some stuff on the MTI website.
Okay,
So
cool.
we can go and read up on that. Kathy, like this feels very up your alley for some reason to me. So like,
research?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kathy
I like
has
it.
a hidden talent, which is web sleuthing.
I'm a
Yeah.
little there.
Anything, and she will find the answer for you in about 5 minutes.
I try.
Yeah.
It's your gift.
Well, and the longer you give her, the more in depth it gets. So I'm
keeps
saying
coming.
Whether you're asking for it
you
or not.
probably got a good couple of weeks. So, if
Okay. I
we're
will
going to
take
touch
that
on
on.
this topic, I'm hoping we can do it in a couple of weeks. And why not like next podcast? And that's because it's almost time for New York.
Yes.
So, yes.
We'll be busy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and we've got some plans. We're trying to line up 2 guests while we're up there. We for sure have one that we will record tentatively. Right now, it's set for Thursday,
Okay.
and then the other one we're trying to get set, maybe for Tuesday or something while we're up there.
Which one?
The one from
wardrober?
the wardrober. Yeah,
Yay.
yeah.
Especially with Laura there.
Well, that's kind of what I'm hoping. I don't know what time their flight comes in, so we got to be cognizant of that. But everybody's got plans, and some of them align. I'm so excited for this trip because we're all doing it together, but also
But
not.
not. Right.
Yeah. I mean, we're more together.
Yeah,
Because
you guys are
we're
staying
Airbnb together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parvati's asking me if she's like supposed to bring her air mattress.
Oh, okay. So PJ, well, I was talking to PJ about that because it's got 3 bedrooms,
Right.
So I was like, well, and then, if Jordan and Lola are they're going to stay. So I'm like, okay, we need to figure it out. So I asked PJ, I was like, because do we, bring it for our kids? And he was like, listen, that stuff's going to be really heavy
It is
on the
gonna be really
plane.
heavy.
Hands on it right to the VR.
Oh, I guess we could
Or
do that.
Airbnb.
That's what I would do. Yeah. It'd be almost as
Just
cheap just to
Amazon that.
Amazon it right there. And then
Yeah,
you don't have
'cause-
to carry it.
Well, he was talking about purchasing it when we got up there, but I don't know,
Just Amazon it.
Yeah.
whatever. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And he said, let's wait when we get there too and see what they have. They
Yeah, on the
already
sleeping
have
setup.
Something. I don't
It
know.
should be in their description, like what they have available. Like,
Yeah.
I think it says it sleeps like 12 or something
does.
crazy.
So it-
probably some couches.
It must
Yeah,
have
there
some
must be some
pull-out
pull-out
crosses.
couches.
There, yeah.
So
couches.
yeah, anyway, Pinky is very particular, as you would probably expect from that child.
Yeah.
So which it's crazy is Michaela's the one that's autistic,
Right.
and she is not like she doesn't care.
kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, she
She's
is
like,
very
"Just
good
put
with
me
the flow.
wherever."
She's kind of a tank, like she just I don't know. Anyway,
I love my kid.
Parvati on the other hand, yeah, very particular. So she's like wanting us to do that. I'm like, well, we'll have to see how it shakes out with the packing.
Yeah.
So if there's
Oh,
room, we'll put a little twin air mattress in there, and the little
Yeah.
air up thing, and
Those things are heavy.
Because that should
sheet.
fit. I mean, that's what we're planning to do. We're going to take a bedroom, PJ and I, and then put the kids on the floor and on a mattress or whatever. We'll figure it out
yeah.
and just do that, And then, whatever.
So next week we'll be
Yes.
seeing some shows.
I know I
Well,
totally
yeah.
cut you off because you were going to talk about more makeup shit.
Oh, yeah, but that's okay because listen, you have to cut me off. 'Cause otherwise, I'll be breaking out my whole makeup bag
the thing
and we'll
is-
be talking about all sorts of stuff.
This is the squirrel episode, right? So
It
like,
is.
but we
is.
try to like circle back on shit, like,
Yeah.
we do. We
Yeah.
take you. We take
But
you on a
this is
journey.
the episode, like you're just hanging with your friends. You might not learn anything useful at all, but
No.
just
Hopefully
have a
it's
good time
entertaining.
with us. Although I do have a question for you guys. Have you heard of vocal fry?
No.
No.
Okay, I keep hearing this term vocal fry. I
What
was
does that
listening to a
mean?
podcast and it was like a collaboration podcast. So they had the women who do the Murdaugh mystery podcast. I don't think I have the name right, but it's all about Alex Murdaugh, and he's all over the news this week. He's
Oh,
the guy
right. He's the guy that just, yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
she was saying, I mean, it's an incredible podcast. These investigative journalists have done all this work. And she said for like the first 4 months, she got all this criticism because of vocal fry.
What is that?
So that is when you produce a sound, a voice, you are pushing air through and your vocal cords are vibrating.
Okay.
I think I just did it and didn't even mean to. So,
You're
okay, that's
it's saggy.
not gonna work.
No, it's not going to work.
Nobody
to the
needs to
side.
see that right there. Okay. My boobs were showing.
I just happened to, it was saggy, Mike.
There
It
is
had flipped.
there is a king size air mattress there.
Okay.
So master bedroom sleeps 2, queen bed sleeps 2, bedroom 3 sleeps 2, king size air mattress with pad sleeps 2. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Sorry, I had
Okay,
to
she
get that
needs to know.
answer.
She
Yeah,
needs to
I had to
know.
get that answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to vocal fry. So when you don't push a lot of air through, your vocal cords like slow down and you can hear the cords kind of hitting against each other.
Oh.
So I can only do it if I imitate Kim Kardashian. So she talks like this and like it gets real gravelly.
Oh, I just thought it was like a smoker's.
No, it's called vocal fry. It's when they're not like pushing enough
Oh.
air through. And apparently
Okay.
it's like a millennial thing now
Oh.
where they
Oh.
do a lot of this.
Like on purpose?
I was like at the mall and it gets all grovelly.
Huh.
So once you hear it, you can't unhear it. But that's vocal fry. So it's like this millennial thing that they're trying. There's all kinds
Like
of research.
like us millennials, because I'm an elder millennial.
I would not consider you a millennial. I mean, maybe technically you are.
Yeah.
But you don't act like
No, I don't have a lot of those.
characteristics.
Yes.
And it could even be what's behind the millennial now? The Gen Z? Gen
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Is it the Gen Zs
No,
or is
everything I
it
read was
like
talking about millennials.
whatever the kids are now?
I don't even know. I don't even know what I am, to be honest.
X?
I think we're X.
I have no
think you're
clue.
X.
I don't know what I am.
Yeah, I think we're X.
Anyway, so they were like doing all these different studies about it, and people over 40
gonna look
absolutely
that up.
hate vocal fry because it just sounds lazy and irritating and grinding on your eardrums.
Isn't that kind of how they describe the millennials? We are totally alienating
I know.
people
Don't
right
mess
now.
up with our audience. We love millennials.
Sorry.
I'm an elder millennial, like
listen,
technically
That's
speaking.
not how we feel. It's just,
No.
millennials take a lot of heat for
They
the
do.
way that
They
they're,
absolutely do.
how they view the world and their place in it. It's a little bit different. Okay.
Well, and
go ahead.
apparently, like Britney Spears uses it when she sings.
Interesting.
A bunch of people I was reading about, but yeah, I learned about vocal fry. So
All right.
yeah,
Well, if you're saying Britney Spears, like I feel like I could hear that.
yeah,
Like thinking on how it sounds when she sings.
right, like trying
It's
to be
kinda that-
sexy and sultry.
Yeah, sort of, but it just sounds lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a 1-900 number.
What?
Okay.
That's what they say.
We're gonna need to explore this just a minute.
You never heard that? Like, let's say you're getting over a cold or you have laryngitis and you have that like rasp to your voice.
Right.
People are like, oh man, that sounds like you're on a 1-900 number. The people that call.
Well, I don't think they have those anymore. Now it's called the internet.
Oh, I'm
only
clearly
fans.
not a millennial.
Clearly not a millennial.
No, she is not.
You just proved that.
Listen, so I have the age group. Okay, so millennials are born, people defined as being born from 81 to 96.
So you were,
I am I'm in the elder
You're
millennial.
81?
Yeah, I'm 81.
wow.
Okay, so Gen X.
Because we were just trying to figure out how old I was when I stopped
I
counting.
know. Well, it didn't take with you. You're not a millennial.
I don't know what.
No.
I don't really fit a lot of the stereotypes for millennials, but there are a few.
So what are we?
So Gen X is 65 to 80. I was born in 76.
69.
Okay, so we're Gen X.
You're elder Gen X.
I'm like grandma.
And then Gen Z is anybody 97 to 2012.
Okay, so that's our kids.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes. Wow, Gabby's just a Gen Z because she was born in 2012.
Okay.
But what's after the Gen Z? Gen Y? No, why are Gen Ys called millennials?
No, they have another name.
Zoom.
Zoomers.
A
I've
Zoomer.
heard that. I've
I
heard
know,
that.
I have
Yeah,
too.
it
I don't know if
refers-
that's them or not, though.
No, it refers to members of Gen Z or people born in the late 90s and early 2000. It's modeled on the boomer, a common shortening of baby boomer. Early use of Zoomer referred to physically active baby boomers. I don't know, so it doesn't say
Okay,
why.
so that's not it. No, I feel like I've heard the term, but I can't think of what it was.
I have two.
For whatever they are after that.
Right.
So
Who comes up with these names?
I have no
Is there like
idea.
some foundation somewhere that's like,
Probably.
let's think. We're running out of alphabet letters.
It's like
so
hurricanes. We're
Yeah.
gonna retire this one.
God, for real. We were in the car the other day and Gabby was like, we were talking about, there were songs on the radio and like inappropriate words and this and that. And then she was reading a book from school.
Was this when you played the thong song for them?
Nah. Way after.
I missed that.
Yeah, we were talking about like inappropriate stuff, and then she had been reading a book, and she read a book, and it had a derogative term in it, and she told the teacher, and the teacher took the book. She's telling PJ and I the story, and I was like, well, hold on a second, you're like halfway through that book. Like you only have a certain amount of time. You got to take an AR test on that. Are they going to give that book back to you? Like that was my concern. I'm like whatever. I don't. She's reading. But she knows what to say, what not to say, and what's
Right.
legit. But anyway, my concern was you just spent, however many weeks reading this book, and then they just take it away from you. Like you got to get your assignment done.
Was it
but
one
anyway,
she picked out?
yeah, she didn't know it was going to have this
Well,
word in it.
What doesn't have something in it?
Yeah,
anymore?
and it was pretty derogatory. It was like a pretty bad word. So anyway, so she let me know. No, they're going to give it back to me tomorrow. I said, okay, that's fine. But then she said, when I'm done with it, I'm supposed to give it to them, and then they're not going to put it back on the shelf. I said, okay, that's fine. We were cool with it, whatever. Anyway, moving forward, then we were just talking about like different things, and she's like, yeah, like how boomer is like a bad word. And I was like, what is that? What? She's like, yeah, like you're not supposed to call somebody a boomer. Like that's a negative connotation.
All her boomer teachers probably told her that.
After they slapped her with a ruler.
Yeah.
Well, PJ and I looked at each other. We were like, hold on a second. How is that bad? Like, when did boomer, like
Well,
a
it's
baby
just like calling
boomer,
somebody a
become bad?
Karen. It is.
Wow. Yeah, that's
I mean, it's
derogatory.
name calling. So is boomer.
It is.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be. Boomers are amazing.
Yeah, baby
You're looking at me
boomers.
like you don't believe me.
Baby boomers.
I mean,
I have thoughts.
every generation.
She's got thoughts. She's got thoughts.
They all have good things about them. Just
Yeah,
like
they
anything.
do.
There are good and bad, yeah.
You
But
know.
generally speaking, yeah, I would say it was a
Oh,
derogatory
yeah,
term.
definitely.
Yeah, well, she educated us because that didn't occur to me that would be. And then she's like, well, where did it come from? So then we had this whole discussion on why they're called the baby boomers and, around wartime and, whatever. Everybody came home from war, and then all these babies were born 9 months later, and it's the baby boomer generation. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't realize that boomer was a...
I mean, there's all kinds of terms and things that we've said over the years that we didn't realize.
Yeah.
So, and who educates us but our kids?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So here it is.
No, you can't say that. And you're like, oh, why?
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, my kids will be like, "Oh, that's next level, Mom."
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
And why? What did I just say that is so bad?
Yeah, there's all kinds of terms like that. And then that always spurs a whole discussion about, well, what about this one? Well, what does it mean? You know, like my dad used to call like cars from like Japan and stuff, you know, like he used to call them rice runners. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's probably not good, Dad.
No, it's not great. But, you know, we learn a lot of terms like that. And then we carry things forward in our, like, everyday lives that we don't necessarily realize were that kind of origin until you start really diving in on that with your kids. Because it's not something that you just innately go to, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And at least not in our generation. Kids these days do.
Oh,
They're on it.
It is. And I think, too, like, and partly with the word that Gabby had picked out, it was, like, historically describing a situation and a group of people and blah, 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 where back whenever the book was written, like, maybe that was the true meaning of the word. I have no idea. But now, as years have unfolded, that word is not something that you ever want to talk about. And so, you know, it's just, you just learn. You just learn through generation, you know, and you get educated. And
our kids are...
They're way beyond us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
It's okay. They'll keep us young, right?
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. Well, anyway, we totally scrolled on that. I don't know how we went from mascara to...
I'm not sure.
Vocal fry. He's talking about millennials.
Oh, yes, the vocal fry. Okay, well...
So now hear that and then be like, oh, I know what that is. That gravelly
when
sound.
Britney Spears goes, oh, yeah. And you're like...
She sounds like constipated. Like, what is that?
Well, it's funny because anytime you look into it, it always goes back to Kim Kardashian. She must be like the queen of vocal fry.
Do you think she does it on purpose? You think like that's her thing?
Well, some of the studies are saying that women use it. I don't think consciously, but it makes him sound more male because they have a lower voice, which then gives them authority and respect.
Okay.
So that's a whole other can of worms.
I saw TikTok.
Oh, interesting.
Some of the best sentences come out like that. They start that way. So I saw TikTok. This girl had kind of one of those voices, and she said, it's a lot of work to talk the way that we talk like normal every day. She said, so it's better for you. I have no idea who this girl is. So with that caveat, Jordan, I know you're going to listen to this. You're going to be like, she's so full of shit. So it's fine because I believe Jordan and I don't know that I believe this girl, but I thought it was interesting. So she says when you relax and you just kind of let out a sigh and voice happens, that's the voice you should be talking in. So if you like just kind of relax and go, that is the voice you should be talking in.
That sounds very close to vocal fry. Vocal fry is like the lowest register of your voice. There's vocal, there's chest, there's head, and then there's whistle. According to some of the research, some of them had 5 registers. But that's,
Well, so that's how you talk in it.
Wow.
Just another subject we know absolutely nothing
I
about.
feel like that's a little bit more work for me.
Just to relax. Like,
Look, you slowed down.
I did slow down. Now I sound like a sloth.
With a lisp.
With a list. But I'm not clicking today.
oh, jeez.
I'm clicking, lispy
You only do
sloth.
when you eat.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know if that's true.
weird.
I mean, she did it like crazy when we were here and she was eating French fries and drinking a drink.
Yeah.
It could be alcohol related, not for nothing.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised because when I get a couple drinks, the first thing that goes on me is my speech. The very first thing. It's got to be a neurological issue that I have. It could be.
My
like,
common
it
sense
just
goes. Find that courage at the bottom of the cup.
Oh, dang. There you go. That works. Yes. But no, I mean, maybe something gets lazy in there, you know, and it just...
It's like, woo, alcohol!
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Second girls.
We're going to do it.
Speaking of random repetitive noises,
Oh God.
I hate them. Not that I even noticed you clicking until Kristen pointed it out.
Now you're gonna hear it all the fucking time.
Apparently, I have like a Twitch or
But
what
you
is
don't-
it?
I
Yeah,
haven't heard it
yeah,
today.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
Okay,
cool today.
so I
haven't
went to
had
go
any
get
alcohol.
a massage, which I'm not good at self-care
Oh well.
at all. None
Hopefully
of
I
us
can help
are.
teach you.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
You're pretty good at it. But so I was cleaning and I found this gift certificate for a massage from like 3 Mother's Days ago.
Oh my gosh.
Is it still good?
It was, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, fantastic.
Unfortunately, because it was the worst massage of my
Oh
life.
my god.
And let me tell you why.
Oh.
I know, it's so disappointing. I was so excited. Like, yes, I'm finally going to go take care of myself, spend an hour relaxing. My first clue should have been when I made the appointment as to why this guy had so many open appointments. That should have, like, clued me in. But no. I get there, I get in the room, and we're getting ready to get the massage, and it's, like, super bright in the room. I'm like,
Oh.
can we turn that down?
Like, dim it down a little.
Is it like you can hear the light buzzing?
Yes.
like a mosquitoes in that?
So he's like, oh, I don't know. I don't think so. So it's like super bright. So first of all, I'm irritated by that because, usually it's almost to the point of you can't even see. Like
Yes.
almost
Yes.
a blackout.
That's how you want it to
That's
be.
how you want to relax. Okay, I'm like, all right, fine. I
Like
can
I can
handle
close
this.
my eyes and still see the
That's what
light.
I said. I know, I could. I had to focus really hard.
It's red now.
Can I get some eye patches or something?
Give me some cucumbers.
You're facing down in that
Yeah.
thing. I'm like,
Oh.
all right, I got this. So he starts to do the massage and he starts breathing through his nose.
No.
He was the loudest nose breather.
Did he whistle?
Yes. And it was like a B flat.
Oh
He's
no.
breathing super heavily.
Oh.
And underneath that was this very faint whistle.
Oh my
And all I could do was
gosh.
pay attention to the whistle's pitch. Was it like up or down? I mean, it was like, I'm not exaggerating.
God.
And every once in a while, there
like,
was
"Are
like,
you
can you
okay,
imagine
dude?"
a kid like snarfing on their sleeve?
Oh no.
He would just do that, not with the sleeve, but just make that noise.
Sniffles drive me crazy.
Well, you had your face facing down, so
Right.
you couldn't see what he was doing. He was like,
He
and then
could've.
he'd just go right.
He probably
gross.
did. Yeah, so that, first of all, just set me off. This is the beginning of the hour.
Oh,
That's all I could hear.
Little
was
extra
this nose whistle.
Oil.
And I'm like, okay, come on, you got this, girl. Just focus on the relaxation. And then I
Yeah.
go right back to
Did
the
he
nose
play
whistle.
music or no?
He did.
Okay, but it's hard to. His own music. I meant like a spa
He
music.
had a nose whistle. But it was in there with that Japanese fluty music.
Oh, okay.
Did it clash with that? Because it was a different note?
It did. And then all I could focus on was the I'm like, okay, listen to the music. Forget the whistle in his nose. Listen to the music.
Oh my
Then I'm thinking, I wonder
god.
if I could play this on the recorder because I have this weird talent where I can play any song on the recorder.
Yeah.
I'm not musically inclined,
I
but
can't wait for you to break this out.
Yeah.
I know she needs to.
It's gonna
Next,
take a few drinks, but
some
yes.
alcohol. Yeah.
So then I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, no, focus on the relaxing. Like I'm literally talking to myself this whole time, like you got this, just focus, relax.
Yeah.
And he'd whistle his nose.
Enjoy it.
Well,
You're
then
like, motherfucker.
I was. I'm like, then I'm singing Moana in my head. What is wrong with me?
Our kids have ruined us.
I know.
Yeah, they
That
have.
takes me down a whole other train of thought that is not relaxing. Then he starts working on my hands. And he must have had some kind of farmhand experience because it was like he was milking my fingers because he kept pulling on them. And then all
Was he
I
trying to
my
get him to pop?
don't know what he was doing. At this
Like, I
point, I'm like counting the minutes till I can get out of
You're like,
this
are we
room.
done? And you
He,
and you
like,
want to
kept
say, can you
yanking
go blow
on-
your nose,
I'm
please?
like, sweet mother of Mary.
Oh, poor
I
thing.
could not get out of that room fast. I was so
Oh.
irritated by the time I got out of there. It had the exact opposite effect of what it should
Yeah,
have.
you should have
Oh,
recommended
I
a
hate
neti
that
pot in your
for you.
review.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right.
And
Clean
he
those
was a very
signs.
nice person. I'm not going to name bash the place or the man, but yeah,
Yeah.
won't be going back there. Then I got an email like, we'd love your input. I'm like, oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, you don't
my
want
input.
this.
Yeah.
I mean, you should do it just so they know.
Yeah.
If it's not public and it's just going to them, like maybe it will help.
yeah.
Like I know it's allergy
Like,
season,
blow your
but
nose
like,
before
come
you
on.
start, buddy. Because that
Yeah.
just sent the whole spiral downhill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dim your lights and blow your nose, and we'll all be good. And I can focus on the
But I can
massage.
focus. But it's hard.
Also, maybe like don't milk people's fingers. It's fucking weird.
He did.
It is fucking weird.
It was. I'm like, stop pulling my fingers.
Like,
Like, do you got a
you
bucket
should have
down
farted.
there?
Milk in your fingers.
Oh my God. I'm not Milky White. Stop.
Stop it. Okay, so that was my disaster this week.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
You know, in the midst of a week like
that
we've
sucks.
had, all of us, these super busy weeks where
Yes.
you know, you wake up and
Yes.
you think, I'm so tired of being tired, but it's not, sleep is not the cure. It's just,
No.
No, it's just
You just
need
wake up more
extra
tired when you try to
hands.
get more sleep.
yeah,
It's weird.
it is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I started
Called burnout,
taking,
guys. That's
you know,
what
with all
that's
the
called.
supplements and stuff that I started like a year ago, and they've helped a lot. But the thing that probably helps me the most when it comes to the sleep and feeling rested is DIM, D-I-M.
Oh, I used to take that. Tell me about it, because I'm trying to remember what it is now.
I take it, period.
It's okay. I got this. I got
Kathy's
this.
got
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Kathy's-
all over it.
My phone's over there. I can't do any
No.
looking up.
I
You're
have a friend
good.
who's an OBGYN, and she told me to take that, but now I can't remember. I feel
Is
like
that another train?
train is coming.
Sweet Jesus.
It's no, I think it's one of those where they pump it like on Bugs Bunny. That's what it sounds
With the
like.
dynamite on the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear it.
It's like Yosemite Sam down there. Oh, for real?
Well, they're stopping. It's just a slow
Those brakes.
process.
Meow.
Oh, look, it stopped. That's
Now
so
there's
much
a
better.
whistle.
I was gonna say it sounds like
That's
that
the
guy.
pitch of that guy's nose.
It's fading. It's like,
It's flat. Wait, now it's a C. Nope, back to a B flat. Okay, what is DIM? It's
Okay,
a supplement.
so
of
it's
some
a
sort.
DIM supplement, peak, pure, and natural, certified authentic ingredients.
are you on Amazon right now?
I'm on Google.
She's already got
okay.
it ordered to her house.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
was like, she said it would be good.
So-
It'll be
I
there
don't-
between 3 and
I don't
5.
have any problem sleeping. I can sleep anywhere, anytime.
I used to
Like,
could.
Yeah, until I got old.
okay, so if you're having trouble maintaining a healthy weight, feeling sluggish, or unable to regulate your mood, struggle with your sex drive, you can be experiencing a hormone problem called estrogen dominance.
That's
Yes.
what it was around that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peak DIM short circuits this artificial estrogen overload by getting to the root cause of fake estrogen. I guess we fake estrogen. Hormone balance, energy, sex drive, metabolism, and mood swings. Wow. I feel like every woman over the age of 40 needs to
Yeah,
get on
pretty
this.
much. That and, you know, you can obviously get on hormones that help. Because, like, I didn't
Yeah.
make any progesterone.
Oh.
Diindole
So I take
methane.
that.
It's diindole methane is what it is.
But yeah,
Cruciferous
helped.
vegetables.
it helped a lot. And then the other thing that you can do that will help with your sleep is, like, bringing down your cortisol levels. which,
Yeah, I heard
you
about
know,
that.
You tried to do that with a massage and
It
didn't
had
work
the
out.
opposite effect.
Yeah.
More stress than when I went in.
buzzing
Yeah.
lights and
Ugh,
milking
nose
finger
whistles.
guys with nosy,
Oh my
with,
god.
noisy noses. Noisy noses.
My family knows. No random repetitive noises. I'm like super sensitive to sound. That makes me crazy. Speaking of crazy, here comes
we go.
Oh wow, that was loud.
All right.
That
so we'll
is bad.
definitely pause.
Yeah.
We can pause. We can talk about that cortisol thing. We can just cut it out. But yeah, so that's a big thing, and diet can help with that. But remember how Jordan was talking about doing those ice baths? That
Yeah.
helps bring down your cortisol as well. But you need to be careful. Like if you have a heart condition or anything like that, like you don't want to do
Yeah.
any of that. But yeah,
It'll like shock you.
yeah.
I want you to send this video to me.
Okay, do it.
Oh, it's a short one.
$2,796 in the house. CSX,
Mercifully,
how
it's
you
short.
doing?
All right. You
Oh,
can airdrop that to me later.
okay, I will. So I just want to say,
It just stopped again.
like right here behind us.
Haunting us.
Like, what the actual fuck?
Oh my! It's Sunday morning.
Well, last night it was like fucking train crazy happening. So
What are they moving?
we're close enough to the tracks that when a train goes by, ever so slightly, you can feel it in the
Oh
apartment.
jeez, things start.
It's just a little bit of a bumping,
Yeah.
you know? And you have to kind of be still to feel it. But you can feel it.
Like if you're sitting on the toilet.
Well, I was leaning up against the bar.
or just.
I was just
Or
kind of
just-
leaning.
Well, because it's a hard surface, you know.
I
Sorry,
was
go
just
ahead.
leaning up against the bar and I could feel it. Sometimes sitting on the couch, you can feel it, which
Okay.
is strange because there's all that padding. You would think it would, but
Yeah, that's why
it doesn't. You're just sitting and you're just like, you just feel it ever so slightly.
Like, oh,
You don't even move. I'm exaggerating.
Right. But you
Yeah.
know it's
But
there.
you can feel it. And it was like non-fucking stop last night. I picked up Chris from Chitty. We got Pinky situated.
Yeah.
So that was a whole other thing.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah. The day in the sun for her, not great.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and she's very dramatic.
Oh, yes.
Fucking hate when she's sick. Anyway. So we're like, we get her settled, and it's just train after train after train. I'm like, is it the same train? And then you'd hear, like, it would stop. You would feel it stop, and then you'd hear another one.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's the one that always comes through and blows his fucking horn like 5 million times as he's going through. I'm like, seriously, dude? Like,
That
pull
was
your
a
fucking
thing
tits on the
after
horn.
A certain hour, you couldn't do that.
He wants to get like all the home.
I don't know. It was because it was
track.
late. I mean, we weren't done with Chitty until after 10.
Yeah, it was after 10.
And then, you know, we got home and Parvati wasn't in bed until like 11, and then we weren't in bed until like midnight.
And it was going
That
on.
entire fucking time.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like 2 hours of trains.
How do the dogs feel about that?
Trains. They don't seem to really care. They only
Okay.
care about things that sound like popping.
Oh, okay, like
We had something like
fireworks.
that this morning, and we couldn't tell what it was. Chris like, it's another shooting.
I
I
was
don't
gonna say
know.
gunshots.
It didn't sound like that.
Yeah.
But there is somewhere close by that must set off fireworks to scare birds, because that happens
Oh.
almost every morning.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah. And
maybe.
every time the dogs are like mid shit, I'm done. They pinch it off and they're ready to go back up to the apartment.
Oh no!
Every
you know
fucking
there's
time.
more, so like
Oh, yeah.
they're gonna take care of it at a later date.
Mhm.
Hopefully,
No, they'll go
outside.
back upstairs.
and then
They
poop on the floor.
no, thankfully
okay.
no.
Yeah,
Now that's a pretty rare occurrence actually.
yeah,
But
that's good. That's
but
good.
they will let you know that in 30 minutes they're going to need to go back down.
Right.
You know,
They did not finish.
Bean especially, he gets
Poor
this like
thing.
look on his face.
Yeah, because it's touch and claw.
He's very,
crowning.
He's like, I
he's
got
very
it.
emotive. Crowning.
It is.
Yeah,
Got a turtle head. Choke it out.
turtleneck. We used to joke with Michaela about that when she was little.
He's got the
She's
poop
like,
chills.
yeah, well,
He's like, I got the poop.
The poop chills.
You never heard about that? You never experienced that?
I don't think so.
Oh
Is that
gosh,
what it is?
you got to go so bad that like you get cold, like your hair stands up, like you got
like
the
when
chills.
you're sick from whatever you ate,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that happens.
Yeah.
It's like it's got to happen now.
When
yeah,
you're like speeding
Your
down
body
the
is
road
hitting
and
the
school
eject
bus
button, and
stops.
you're just holding it in for dear life,
yes, you're pucker factor,
and you're sweating.
I don't
yes, the chills and then the sweat,
That
and then it waves. It comes in a wave, and then
Yeah,
it'll
you're
stop.
like, I'm good, I'm going to make it.
But you
Yeah.
know,
You're
the
not.
next time it comes on,
But then-
you're
but
not
you're-
going
It's
to get.
harder. It's like contractions.
It is a contraction.
They're
A little
closer
bit.
Together.
It
A little
is.
bit.
You are not going to get that grace period. Like it is going to be on like Donkey
when it
Kong.
comes back with a vengeance.
Yes.
I
have struggled with my.
took Chris
Celiac.
and
I know,
Michaela,
I know
and we
about
went
that.
we
Yeah.
went shopping because Michaela needed some stuff, and then we hit Firehouse Subs because it was right there. And as soon as we got done with Firehouse Subs, we went to Target because we had more stuff to get, and because fucking trip, and so we are in there shopping, and we're just about ready to check out. Chris is like, I got to go sit in the car, and I was like, what's going on?
Like, are you
And
sure
he's
it's the
like-
car he needs to sit in?
He's like, it's just not good. That firehouse was not good.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, well, there's a restroom here. He's like, no. It's going to be desecration in there. Like, we got to go home. I was like, okay, baby, it's fine. I'll get home. And the whole way home, he's just silent and sweaty.
Oh,
I was like, poor guy.
Oh, he's going to love you telling that story.
Oh, I know. He was real pleased with whatever it was I said last week, too. Oh, it was about his ass. And then I left that in.
Oh, but then did you take it off? I couldn't find the behind the scenes again anymore. on
No, it
YouTube.
started out the
It starts out the
Chris
episode.
Sass started out the episode.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought-
because
I thought it
Alan
was a
goes, are you going to
separate
cut this out? Which I
Yeah.
cut out all the other stuff.
Yeah, which is
Like,
great.
hand in the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cut out all the
Oh,
other
I didn't
stuff, and I
realize it
left.
started that. I thought it was a separate,
I left
like,
that in
Uber.
because I thought it was hilarious.
It is
was.
hilarious.
I even showed Chris's ass twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Cut to
sure
that
he'd
camera.
Love that.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, he was real pleased with that.
Wow.
All right, does
okay.
that whooshing sound mean the train's going to
I'm not really sure,
Is that
but
the
it's
brakes?
like it's really making me wonder about the audio quality at the
Yeah.
moment.
Sorry.
Yeah,
folks.
that part sucks.
The guy casually strolling by it in a worker's vest makes me think there's an issue that
There could be.
might need resolving.
Well,
Yeah.
they should turn it off and resolve it.
Because we're clearly
'Cause
trying
the-
to do our
like
thing.
The air
Oh man, I'm.
brakes are kind of like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll just talk extra long today in case you got to piece it together.
Yeah. So as I'm packing, because we're going to New York
Yes.
and it's cold.
And you started packing already. I'm super.
Well, no,
Where
I
about? Oh,
shouldn't
they're
say that.
moving.
I've not packed. thinking about packing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, good.
Pre-planning,
Right.
Like, do we have what we need?
Yeah.
I thought it's got to be so much easier for people from cold weather climates to come here.
Yes, because
You don't need anything.
Yeah.
You just
Flip-flops.
strip it off and wear
Yeah.
your t-shirts and your tank top and you're good. Whereas we got to think about layers and gloves and hats and all the things we don't have because we
Yeah, because we have to go fucking shopping for
I
that
know.
shit.
And you think anybody
Yeah.
here in Florida has that? No. We're
No.
already moved on.
I had to order jackets. We didn't even use a jacket at all this year.
No. One time I wore my jacket.
Yeah.
I had like
Other than that, we
a
do, like,
sweater.
sweaters.
I wore a sweater.
I don't even did
Yeah.
that. You know, because
But
it's,
we're not
it might
out.
be.
We're not like standing in it either. Like we
Right.
go outside, we're like, "Ooh, shit, it's cold out here.
Yeah,
Get in the
we're
car."
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
Or it's-
you suffer through it.
34 in the morning, but then by 10 o'clock it's 67.
Also,
And then
that,
you're sweating.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
I had to get Gabs this jacket. It's like electric yellow, like that color.
you won't lose her.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm not going to lose your ass in New York City.
She's
I
gonna
got the
stand
kids'
out like-
air tags.
She's gonna
Like that kid is not from here.
Yeah.
I bought the kids' air tags.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's super smart.
Yep. They've already been using them. And it's funny because you can only register them to like one person. So like we have our like family all linked up and Chris was like getting the air tags kind of set. And so he programmed them with him. So now whenever the kids are traveling with me, because they're already using them,
Yeah.
I get all the stupid notifications on my phone that an air tag has been following you
Oh, geez.
and can see your location.
Oh, my gosh.
It's so creepy.
It is creepy.
That is
And
creepy.
you're like, is it my kids or somebody else?
No, it's for sure the kids.
So let's talk about that. So what are they? So does it go like on their clothing or does it go?
I mean, you've seen the air tags, right? They're like the little circles. They're kind of like quarter
Okay.
sized.
Okay.
little
Like a dog
thicker.
tag. Okay.
Yeah.
Similar. Okay.
And they connect to any wireless device, and that's how they're able to send the location anytime.
Okay.
And be that small and compact. So if you're in an area where it's rural, like we thought about putting them on the dogs after Bean ran away.
Yes.
And I was like, you could just get a little thing and it holds it and you put it on their collar and now the dog's always there. But if the dog runs off and there's no fucking Wi-Fi,
Right.
which is where Bean went, because he just ran off in that field
Yeah.
and there's no Wi-Fi over there that he could connect to. I feel like I have a little hair, like, anyway. Then it doesn't do you any good to help track their location, but it can be pretty precise.
Yeah.
Not, perfectly precise, but like good enough.
Right.
So, anyway, but going to New York, that feels like a really good thing. So I just they're like a little keychain holder and the kids just put it on them.
Gotcha.
And I was like, you don't need all the rest of your shit, but you do need to wear this. So, yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's an Apple product?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like, you can get one for like $30 or you can get a 4-pack for like $99. So we did a 4-pack.
Oh,
We've got
nice.
2, one on each kid, and then we've got 2 that are going to go in like some luggage, I think. I'm not super sure.
Okay. Makes sense.
And living where we live now, we might should do the
Yeah.
thing for the
With
dogs,
them.
but
Or even like your kids walk into the theater.
well, yeah, and
That
they're
sounds-
using them. I'm not going to take those back. Those are, they're labeled in Chris's
It's a really
phone.
good idea.
I mean, they always have their phones with them anyway, but like if you got separated and like they got snatched or something, the phone's going to be the first thing that gets tossed out. But
Yeah.
if you're wearing the AirTag somewhere where you can't see it,
Yeah.
and these had like a little lanyard, so you
Makes
can
it-
kind of
makes
tuck
it
it or
easier.
whatever. They sell these other ones that are like little pins.
Mm-hmm.
And so it slides in, it's like silicone, and it has like a pin like you would wear, like on your shirt,
Yeah.
PIN. And you can pin it like on the underside of like their waistband or something like that.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so then the air tag is not easily found.
Found, yeah. Put it like on their little cami or something.
We just put a microchip, that works too.
Yeah, we'll just.
I mean, they do it with dogs. Why can't they do it with people?
Who says?
Well,
they
but
do?
it doesn't-
I was gonna
they
say,
do.
who says they
Never
haven't already
mind.
done that?
That doesn't work the same way. Like with dogs, you have to scan
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
This
It's
you
like,
can just.
hey, I found the kid, and then boop, this is the ID. That's different. Like I need to be able to like see where
Locate.
they are. Yeah.
Yeah, locate.
I would
And we
say,
use the shit out of that with phones as it is.
Oh yeah, we do too.
The
with
Life
the Find My
360
Phone.
telephone.
And we went last year. There was never a time where I felt unsafe.
Yeah, that's good.
It's it's a different time in New York City. If you went in the 70s and 80s, forget it. But
Yeah.
they've cleaned up quite a bit. We felt great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. And part of it too is like not being super, super touristy, walking with a purpose and being cognizant of your surroundings and, your
Yeah.
environment. But, it can't hurt. Hell, I mean, there's a whole trafficking, child situation going on
right here.
in our town. Yeah. So going to Target is sometimes, if I think about it, is a little scary. Yeah. I don't like to go at night and walk out to parking lots by myself.
Of people that like they notice something like on their car or whatever. Yeah.
I don't touch that stuff. There's like a little flyer by your handle. They said not to touch it because it could have chemical on it and you're gonna pass out. Yeah, there's all these little tricks.
Right.
Yeah. You know.
Men don't have to worry about that shit.
No, they don't.
No, but women do.
Yep. That's the world we live
Kids. Yeah.
in. World we've always lived in.
Yeah.
Which is why we love the theater.
Thank you for bringing it back.
Wait,
We
what?
do love the theater.
Connect that dot for me because I'm going to need a little help.
It's a little building that our kids are in.
Our little bubble.
Generally with people we know, and if they're not, then we're there.
Yeah.
And
we're aware.
Everybody knows everybody. And I mean,
Yeah.
just like last night, we were at the Harrison red carpet. And
What a fun event.
my
that
gosh,
Let's
was,
talk
too.
about that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
but Stella was asking me if I enjoyed the dancers. And I said, you know what? I wish that they had a separate piece, just the dancers,
Yes.
because I was so busy looking at all the kids that we know.
Yeah, I was watching Autumn and I didn't see the girl fall.
Yeah, I saw that. But
Yeah. I saw that she fell, but I didn't see the fall.
Yeah. But I was so busy, one's over here, one's over here, all these kids that we've known for all these years that I didn't focus on the dancers. And I know they were beautiful, but I didn't.
Yeah. Didn't really take it in.
Yeah.
This was a lot at once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kids
it
on
was
the
just.
stage.
Well, I mean, we're proud of all these kids,
Yeah.
even though they're not ours. They kind of
Yeah.
are, you know? So,
Yeah. It was great though. So they showcase, every department has some kind of showcase, so that like the piano and the guitar students were playing kind of jazz bar-ish outside where the auction and the food was, so you could appreciate them. And then the chorus sang a beautiful song that was written for them. It was a Latin song.
yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
The musical theater kids did a couple numbers, one with the chorus students, and the dance, like everybody was on stage at one point. The orchestra, symphony orchestra played. Just, it was really,
Yeah.
it was fun because my aunt was in town from Georgia, and my mom wasn't going to go because she was in town, and she was like, oh, I'd like to see that. And it was fun for somebody who's not used to the level of talent that we have to see that.
Yes.
She's got high school aged grandchildren, like 5 of them, but she'd never seen anything like that with that level of
I bet.
talent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's kind of unique.
Yeah.
It's funny too because, for a hot minute while we were thinking about, what we would do with the kids if we moved over towards the Tampa area and like what are the options that are over there, and there really isn't anything even a little bit like Harrison. The closest thing is Blake. And they're not, like Harrison is its own school. While they don't have the academics and the kids go to Lakeland High for the academic portion, like they are their own entity. And the kids are that school, even though their academics happen there. So, but at Blake, it's just like an academy. It's more like Rochelle.
Got
You're kind of picking a major while you're there,
Oh,
but
right.
it's,
Gotcha.
it's a
not as
school and it's
focused.
not in a great area, and it's like C-. It's almost a
Oh,
D. It's just not a good school. And that's like the closest that you have out there. And I guess, that in the end, there's really just not a lot of schools out there that are like Harrison, that are,
Yeah.
good schools, funded well.
When my mom kept telling my
Supported,
aunt,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
free. It's a public school. It's free.
Yeah,
The
you
kids
just
don't pay
apply.
anything to go to this. And they,
You have to audition, but that's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's my aunt asked. She's like, well, did they go out and recruit? I said, no, they don't have to recruit. Like, there's so much
Kids come from
talent. They're
everywhere.
fighting to get in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing that I learned, I don't know, maybe a year ago, was that you actually don't have to live in county to go to that school.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
have to live in
realize that.
county if you want to be bused there.
Right.
And Polk County is a big county.
It is huge.
So
Oh,
can
Polk
you
County's
imagine
huge.
how early your ass would be getting on a bus in like the lower parts of Polk County to get
Yeah.
up here?
Yeah.
Woo.
I know.
Yeah. Because I know like some of the kids that come from Davenport get on a bus at like 4:30 in
Yeah.
the morning.
Which is crazy. Yeah. You're
And
coming
that's
from
not
like
that far.
Kane City.
Yeah.
Coming on down here.
Yeah.
Or any of those. Yeah. It's wild.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's an amazing resource that they offer.
Yeah. Yeah, really. It's such a good school.
And they turn out really good talent.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, you
Yeah.
know, they.
I think
kids are successful.
what I really liked, see, we haven't done the red carpet thing before, but we did it, I did it. I wanted to be there. Michaela was in it this year, so I was kind of like, okay, I kind of feel like I have to. So I bought the ticket, and I don't regret it at all, but I feel bad that Chris was, doing Chitty, and so he
Yeah.
couldn't come, and Pinky too, for that matter, because it was such a unique opportunity to see stuff that we don't normally see.
Right. We usually go to things our children are in, but this gave us a chance to see all the departments.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see everything.
Like
Jazz
the creative
band,
Oh my
gosh. Jazz band was like kind of as you were coming in and getting seated. They played 5 or 6 different songs, and they were and you know better
Phenomenal.
than I do. Because
Yes.
you know jazz, but
Yeah.
I was like, I played this song when they're way better. Because they
Kids are great.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
And it was a fundraiser, right?
Right.
So
Yeah, it
did
was a
it was like
fundraiser.
a silent auction.
Yeah.
silent auction. There was
They had some
They had
good
some
stuff.
good stuff.
So they had a trip to Ireland.
Rome.
What-
Or not
what-
Rome.
what?
Was
No,
Rome?
there was 2 vacation homes, but I feel like they were here somewhere.
There was something else overseas about it. I can't remember what it was. But yes.
And then like braces.
Are you
Like
serious?
an entire orthodontic workup with braces for your kid.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, like a $6,000 value, and
Yeah.
I don't know what it ended up at. The last time I looked at it, the highest bid was like $4,500.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a hell of a deal still.
Yeah, it is a hell of a
I told
deal.
Chris, I was like, when it was at $3,000, I was like, I'm gonna bid.
Do it.
Yeah,
50%
and he
off
was
the
like,
braces.
no, and I was like, no, I'm gonna bid. I'm gonna bid. I wouldn't have. I don't know that I would have gone that high, but Levine, who's the principal at Harrison, he was talking because he did like the filler in between while they were, swapping out acts, and he was talking about how he had the $3,000 bid when it was $3,000. He was bidding, and he said he did this 4 years ago with his older son, and he won.
Oh my
and
God.
so that son had braces. He's like, but I have another son.
So here we are.
Apparently needs braces. Poor kid's so embarrassed now.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. It's like, yeah, that's
Kind of like us talking about our kids all the time.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
because
also
I got
did,
stories.
Did we ever? They also do a fund
Oh, I
and need
wanna
like
hear it.
LCT did. So you could just, if you don't want a basket of whiskey, you can just give some money to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're getting a new sound system next year, which is super exciting.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that for them.
Yeah. But another
Oh,
great
man,
cause.
I can't wait.
Yeah, very fun.
That would be great. Yeah. We
Oh,
were at
and the
City.
creative writing kids
Oh yeah.
with the piano playing in the background, and they
cool.
read. So they had it was 3 of the creative writing kids, and so one was like Death,
Yes.
and then one was Host, and then the last one was Parasite.
Oh.
And so
okay.
they had this story they're telling, and that's their position from the,
Like from
the
their point of
vantage
view.
point. Of the story as they tell it. The Parasite was the funniest.
Yeah. That was very
Yeah. He
But
was-
the piano, so one of the seniors was playing piano, and he would change kind of the mood of the song based on who was
Based on the
singing.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
amazing.
really. I was like, oh, here we go,
Right.
know. But no, it was really good.
Yeah. Everything was.
Oh, man, I'm super
Yeah.
jealous. We
Shouldn't be
didn't
so
get to go
judgy.
see that.
Well, it's hard when it's not your thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes hard to appreciate things when you don't completely understand what's put into it and the
Yeah.
talent that you're actually.
I was sending
experiencing.
videos of stuff that was happening to Chris, so because I knew he was missing it. But like the kids that were playing guitar, that it's like their whole department, and they were out on like this back patio, so you would like get some food, and they had like sushi and cheese and all kinds of shit, like little meat
Oh,
pies.
man, I'd like to go there just
and
to
then
eat.
and then in another area they had like art, and with the art was all these like tiny little desserts that were so fucking good. They were so good. And then so in between there was these doors that went out on that patio. It's like so nice.
I had no idea that was back there.
No
a lake
idea.
back there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And so you kind of go back in there, and you're like you're enjoying this art like all around you, and then you go out there and it's this guitar thing, and it's so good, and these it was just a neat experience. I'm so glad I went. And hopefully we hear news that Pinky will be in, and we'll have another 4 years of this because Michaela's only got 1 year left.
It's crazy.
I know.
That is crazy. And when do you guys find out? After spring break, right?
Yeah, the 24th,
Oh,
they email out the news, which I'm glad that they're emailing, because when Michaela got in,
So either way.
it was snail mail,
Okay.
and we had to wait for the letter. And it was like, okay, well, the letters got mailed out on the 17th, I think was how it went that time. And so then you're just like at the mercy of your mail carrier to like, first of all, get it to you, and then timely get it to you,
Yes.
you know?
Not put it in the wrong box.
Yeah.
Which we have all the time in our neighborhood.
Yeah, well, because, we had the same mail person.
Yeah.
And
yes.
And when you
It
had
was-
those big group
Yeah.
mailboxes.
Yeah. Constantly.
Well, we had like actual mailboxes,
that's
and
right,
she
you
still
did.
fucked ours up.
Yeah, no, we had
like
the-
all the time. And she got, she was so fast. We put in the speed bumps in our neighborhood, to slow down those drivers, and it's like she took it as a personal mission to get
Airborne?
between between mailboxes to get up to 40 before she had to slow on her brakes.
Oh my
It was
God.
dangerous.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
And then you'd get the wrong mail like all the fucking time. Like, okay, well, I guess I'll walk this over to the so-and-sos, you know.
No Christmas bonus for her.
No.
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 Nobody in Florida does that though, right? Like that's a Northeast thing, I feel like. Or maybe it's a rich person thing and I just don't know.
There's so many things I
That
don't
you
know,
tip-
like you're supposed to do.
Yeah, like you're supposed to tip your postal carrier, you're supposed to tip
Right.
your trash guys.
Yeah. Trash guys is more like, I don't know, we used to put like a 6-pack of beer or whatever out there for them.
Well, now they don't
I mean,
even
that's
lift
so
it. They have the machine. It
Right,
goes
they don't
over,
even
it
get
grabs
out.
it,
Yeah.
dumps it to like,
Yeah.
are you really
So we
still
haven't
tipping that?
done that.
Should I
No.
tip the machine?
Yeah, no, and half the time.
Or is this worth a fucking tip these days?
yeah,
Smell like
I
garbage
feel
is
like
worth a tip.
everybody tips. I ask for tip. Like you go everywhere,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, you want to add a tip? I'm like, no, dude, you didn't do anything for me. It's counter service. Like I got this.
Yeah.
I'm doing it myself.
I'm tipping my own self
yeah, like,
It
I
took
don't
me
need
every
for
that.
taking the food and finding a seat and sitting down.
Yeah, and I know I
And then
asked
getting
you-
up and going and getting my drink and coming back and sitting down.
Right, like
Yeah.
you just got paid to make the pizza. I'm picking up the pizza. Why am
That
I
I had to
tipping
wait
you?
40 minutes for.
Yeah, and I know I asked you for 2-liter bottles of like soda, so you had to go back to the walk-in probably and get that for me. But like that's part of whatever you're making to be here. Like you're already getting paid some sort of hourly.
You know, if our kids were sitting here, this would be that same discussion we started out with, the whole like boomers being a negative
Yes.
thing.
Yes, this is a
this
negative.
falls in that same category, I do
still
believe.
tip here. Do you guys tip here? I don't make you say yes.
It depends. No. Sometimes I
It
do.
does
It depends on my mood. It depends on like how I'm feeling. Am I super generous that day? Like,
I always
does
do
kinda
minimum
depend.
15.
You know.
And then if you're like a sit-down service, minimum 20. if
oh
not
yeah, we
more.
always do 20.
I
Yeah.
had, it took everything in me to tip the guy that did my massage.
Really?
I was going to ask you if you did that.
I
'cause
did.
And some
I
gift
did
cards
20%.
have. Well, if it's a package, a lot of times they'll
Yeah, no, I-
include gratuity.
Chris used to give me a lot of shit about the tip that I would give for the pizza delivery. Because I'm like, I already paid for the pizza. I had to pay for the delivery fee and then tax. And now you want me to tip again? I already fucking did that.
Oh.
Oh, there's music.
Ah.
Must be 11. Is it 11?
Quarter till.
Okay.
There's all kinds of sound effects
Nice.
in this. Oh,
That's going to be bad.
yeah. It's probably, that's our, they heard us talking about tips. Like, look, bitches, you're not going to tip. Guess what? Turn that music up.
Shit.
I tip.
I tip. Yeah, exactly. Can you turn it back down?
I said sometimes. Fuck. But yeah, pizza. I used to do $2. I was like, it's a flat $2. I already paid like $6 for fucking delivery
Yeah.
fee.
Well, now with the app, they like add all that already in, so you don't
Yeah.
even have a choice.
Yeah, it's like
Cheapskates
done
like
already.
you.
Cheapskates. Well, listen, last night, I'm not quite sure even if we tipped when we went out to the restaurant last night. There was probably,
Maybe we should hold
One,
them
two.
because of the music. Let's hold them here.
yeah, we could totally do that.
It'll make it easier to isolate.
So there was how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I don't know, maybe 13, 14. I don't know. There's kids there, whatever. And so,
Oh, at Ale House?
yes.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, why are we counting? I had already lost it.
Because I was counting the people
Okay.
in my brain.
All I'm thinking is the music.
Everybody was
Music,
sitting.
there's
It is
noises.
music,
Can't
music,
make it-
music.
Make it quiet.
She's
Holy
like, where's
shit.
the whistling? Where's the guy with the whistle nose? Anyway, and we were there. We got there, I don't know, 10:45. It was 1 o'clock, 12:49 when we got in the car to go home. Now, there was a fight going on, like a UFC fight, not like
Oh,
Oh,
a fight.
okay.
Sorry.
yeah. I was like, holy shit.
Let me clarify that.
Shit's going down at the Ale House.
Yeah, and we knew that it was going to be busy.
No,
when
no, no.
we-
Into the mic.
We knew it was going to be busy.
talking with
went
their
like-
hands, waving that thing all over the place.
Wave your other hand.
Yeah, I had to talk with my hands because there was like no parking spots, and so we're like, "What's going on here?" You know, like the world's at the ale house tonight. And we got there, and people from the party or that whatever were already there, and so we sat down, and it took forever to get drinks, and it took forever to get this, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And there seemed to have been 2 waiters that were waiting on us. And then finally, it's like 12:30, and we just want to go home.
Yeah.
The kid, Gabby's texting.
That's
"Guys
how it is
coming
every time we
home?"
go out after a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, let's just go home. And like our
Seems
kids
like
were
a great
with us.
idea, and then you get there, you're
Yeah.
like, I'm tired.
Yeah, like all of a
I'm
sudden.
tired and it's going to take, 2 hours for me to eat and get a
Mhm.
check and get out of here.
Yeah, it was forever. So we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And we told the guy, hey, listen, get the checks. And he's like, okay, so who's on what check? And I'm thinking, you have got to be kidding me. Like, you didn't figure this out in the beginning?
We fucking told you.
Yeah, this
Because
is
that's
not
how
rocket
usually
science.
how it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like me and this one are together.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you fucking write that shit down?
No, he didn't.
This is getting
And we
mad.
had like extra sodas
Yeah.
coming out. Like they didn't know what they were just.
I'm not
throwing
getting
food
mad.
at
I'm
us.
always mad. That's my superpower. Like the
Bitter
fucking
girl.
Hulk.
So anyway, long story longer. They ended up. We waited and waited and waited for our check, and finally PJ hands me his card and says, "Go find the guy and just do it." And I was like, "Okay." So I went and found the guy behind the Bev station trying to split up the check. And I was like, "Listen, do me a favor. Take all that, put it on this card. We got to go."
We gotta go, man.
And the guy was like, "I wish you had told us that 45 minutes ago." And I was like, "Well, I'm so sorry, but we can't wait any longer."
Yeah.
Well, we thought
gotta
it
go.
wouldn't be a big deal 45 minutes ago.
Right.
And now 45 minutes in, I'm like, I just want to go fucking home.
Yeah, like we weren't planning on paying for 15 people tonight, but here you go. We're going to do it so we can truck out of
my
here.
God.
Yeah.
So, and I'm looking at the bill.
Now you censor yourself? The truck.
The truck. Fuck.
The truck out of here.
Yeah. I get that. Because I don't think I said fuck to the guy.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
that would have been
I don't
bad.
think I did. No, I may have. But anyway, so he was like, okay. And I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, well, is gratuity included in here? And he was like, no, it's not included. I said, okay. So when he brought me the receipt back to because now they have to print it out again, I guess. So they brought it to me and it was a different total, but I couldn't see where gratuity had been included. And everyone's like, what are you doing? And I'm trying to be all like, just stop. We just want to go home. So I'm figuring it out in my brain and I just wrote whatever and then I left. And then this morning I woke up in a panic at 6:15 in the morning. And I was like, oh my God, what did I tip those guys? And I think I only tipped them 10%, which is not like me. I'm not a 10% tipper at all.
Except that maybe they deserve 10%
Yeah.
for like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Look, Chris had a brilliant idea a long time ago. We never like did it because we're not inventors. We like come up with the ideas, but like that kind of execution is not for everybody.
but you're idea people, which is just as
Yeah.
important.
Sure, if you can find somebody that will do it. But his idea was a tip-o-meter, and it would exist on the table
Mm-hmm.
where the server could see it, and it would start at 30% tip.
Ooh.
And it could go up or down or whatever from there, depending on the service.
So
and
you're
it
controlling
and
this.
you would control it,
And that
so
guy
they
could
could
see it.
see and correct and
Oh,
make
that's
their
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
I know the grackles are like.
that what those
hanging out.
are?
Yeah, those
Look
are
at how pretty they
boy
are.
grackles.
They're like purple and blue.
Yeah, they have like iridescent feathers.
Yeah, they do. They're gorgeous.
Grackle?
Grackle.
Like CK.
They may have another name.
He's coming
but-
up this way.
I mean, they do for sure have a scientific name, but they may have another name.
they're on. The
I've always
hunt.
known them
new
as
every day.
grackles.
They're looking for some.
The
French
girls
fries.
are brown.
Oh.
Those are the boys.
The boys are always.
And there
prettier
was
in the real
one,
world.
he was up at the top of that pole, and then that one that just walked by, he landed on that, and then he started making noise.
I heard the noise.
Yeah, he was posturing and everything. Like his tail went up, and
He's probably telling them to get
he
out
was
of
like,
his
fuck
town.
off, this is mine.
Exactly. Now they're
Yeah.
over here hunting together.
Well, you know, they made friends because he was like, fuck off, Bob, you know it's me.
Exactly.
Cool your tits.
Yeah, cool your tits. Oh my God, I saw that on the back of somebody's car the other day, and I was like, I need that. I need it. Cool your tits. Oh, it's in the Harrison parking lot. Yes.
That's funny.
At the Rochelle parking lot, there's a car. It's somebody that works there, and the bumper sticker says "Kids up in this bitch." So they have to like pull in backwards.
Is
every
it the
day.
hella kids up in this bitch?
Maybe that's the one.
Hold it a little closer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So we laugh every day at that because I guess somebody at some point said you need to not show that bumper sticker, so now they back in where you can't see it.
That's hilarious.
Instead of removing it.
Right. They're just taking the sticker.
Yeah.
off.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's a plane. It's a train.
Well, I mean, I thought it would be better back here because it's normally not like
We've
it's
not
normally
had
not
trains.
fucking Grand Central Station back here.
No, and it's Sunday morning. Where are these things
But the
coming
last
from?
24 hours has been. I look at like my watch
That's
is
a
over
pretty
there,
watch.
but like the last 24 hours, it's just train after train after train after train
What's
after
going
train.
Maybe
It's just,
something's going on in the
fucking
world.
bizarre. you know,
So
I don't know.
let's do a quick plug. So Theater Winter Haven, they have, obviously we talked about the Mary Poppins Jr. They're in rehearsals for that now. They got Little Shop of Horrors.
With
I think that comes
Preston.
out in
Yay.
April. Okay, real quick. I spoke to Cece last night, and she's going on tour.
Yes.
people.
What the what?
The lightning
Yeah.
thief.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
What?
going on tour for a couple months.
Holy shit! Cece!
Awesome.
I
I'm
know.
so excited for her.
I love Cece. She's making
Yeah.
it big. She
I
is.
love that.
I'm just mad it's not going to be anywhere around here that we can
Wow.
go see. She said it's all
Yeah.
up north. They've already done the tour down here.
Fuck!
I know.
I
Road
know.
trip.
Yes.
Hello.
Party bus.
Yeah.
And we might have to go up there and we can interview them all up there.
Oh, that'd be so fun. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
she's following her dreams.
Yes.
And it can happen. And I love it because it's a great mentor for our girls
Talk into your mic.
Absolutely.
to say, hey, listen, if you, it tickles me, if you stay steadfast and keep your eye on the prize
Yeah.
and work hard,
Yeah.
it can
Take all
happen.
those different jobs that come your way, even though it may not be a role you were
Yes.
hoping for.
Yeah.
She just finished up something in Orlando, she said.
Mhm.
And then now she's doing that. So anyway, so we got that going on. LCT has
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros and the Delilah Swim Club
Mm-hmm.
is going to be coming up next.
Yeah. Debbie is directing that,
Mhm.
which I hadn't seen her since before COVID.
Yeah.
'Cause she used to, teach that class for the kids. And so I walk in and it
Remember
was
the fairy tale one?
when
Did
we
you guys
were
go-
doing our last podcast recording with Alan, and I walk in and they were doing the auditions, the first night of auditions for that,
Mm-hmm.
the swim club. And she's sitting there and I was like, Debbie, oh,
Where have you
where
been?
have you been?
Yeah, I haven't seen her in probably 3 years.
Yeah. I don't know where she went off to, but yeah, I was like, you probably don't even remember who we are. And she's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, do you?
It's okay. if
It's
you
okay.
don't.
I understand. It said, our daughter was in your class
Mhm.
for a little while and it said Pinky. And she's like, oh, and there you go. I knew you didn't. Like,
Yeah.
you look familiar.
Right.
I didn't know why.
Yeah.
Which I totally get. How many
Yeah.
kids do they have to deal with? And,
She's been there for so many
and it's been a hot minute,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
COVID. That was pre-COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, saw her doing that. So that's kind of cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know she was back and she's directing that. And yeah.
Yeah. So we got that going on.
And there's summer camps you can sign up for at
Yes.
LCT. Start looking into that because that'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
That's very true. We're
Yeah.
thinking about Destination Broadway.
Mhm.
And then there's that one in Oklahoma.
Oh.
Shoot. I don't remember her name. She was little Glinda in Wicked. She's a smaller woman, older, blonde, suck at names.
Chenoweth.
Yes, Kristen
Yeah.
Chenoweth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, she's got a 11-day summer camp in Oklahoma
Wow.
that she's kind of
Oh.
brought in people to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's kind of interesting. Chris has mentioned it a couple of times, so probably should at least look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at
I
the
don't
dates.
know what the fuck you do up there while you're waiting for your kid to do an 11-day camp in Oklahoma,
I've tried
but
I can find us a really nice resort.
Oh, yeah.
I will find
Bougie
you a
hotel
resort.
queen
Yes.
right here.
yeah, she is. Of course, then there's the New York version of Destination
Right.
Broadway too, whatever that's
Yep.
called.
Mhm.
So I don't know. We want to look at
Oh,
those.
and I want to
think.
look into the one that our previous guest mentioned. He said that we're
Oh, yeah.
hopefully going to get to meet
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
artistic director. I want to
Yeah.
hear about that one too. So we got some options this summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's just I think it's time to start spreading wings a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Start
Mhm.
doing some stuff that's outside of normal summer camps. It's time to do the intensives.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and Pinky seems kind of ready for it.
Right.
yeah.
I mean, she's intermittently ready for it anyway.
Yeah.
Some days not. Some days she's very like, you know how it is when you're creative, you get a little down on yourself and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't, I'm not good or whatever. Yeah.
Her
Second
acting
guessing.
ability is like,
Oh my gosh. We didn't tell you about this.
No.
We probably should have at least this little bit that
Yeah.
we try to capture. So she had the kids all had, the 7th graders had monologues and the 8th graders had little scenes to perform at Rochelle.
Okay.
And
Like a showcase or whatever.
Mhm.
yeah, kind of. And basically they would do this for their class and just get a grade, except this kind of medium really requires an audience. So why not just do it for the parents? So they did
Yeah,
that. And of
that's
course,
awesome.
they couldn't use the stage yet because it hasn't been they haven't had their grand opening. So it's not been christened. And so therefore, until that happens, you can't use the theater at all. But it's totally done and it's ready. So they did it in the gymnasium and they hooked up the sound system, put the mics on the kids, which I don't know what's up with those mics. Yeah. I'm getting stuck.
yeah. I bumped the needle here.
Yeah. So Lily Kate was like second up. She did her amazing monologue. These kids, it's a mixture. There's some, really good, some not as good, but they're working it.
Yeah, they're up there doing it.
Yeah.
Which is more than I could say for what I did at 12.
I mean, honestly, the monologues and stuff, that's a lot.
That's a lot. To get up there by yourself and face
Yeah.
that audience.
Exactly. So anyway, Pinky gets up there and she's doing this scene with another girl, and it's like she's dying and she's like getting her clothes unpacked to have a stay at the hospital.
Oh.
And after not having her best friend in her life for like a year, and
The
it
friend,
was
like,
really,
abandoned her.
huh?
The friend abandoned her.
Yeah.
Basically stopped communicating when she found out she was sick.
Yeah. And she's like, when I needed you, you weren't there, you know, that kind of thing.
Maybe
But
that's
it
like
was,
her defense mechanism.
it was really like intense.
It was
It
so
was really
good.
So
intense.
Pinky played the sick person who
Yes.
didn't have a friend.
She's such a good actress. Like,
She
you know,
really
when you
is.
do the singing, dancing, acting, like, her acting is just...
Yeah, she's number one acting,
so
number two
strong.
singing, and those are neck and neck.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah, she
the
really...
dancing is down a bit. She's improving it
That's normal.
now that Caroline's gone.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
wanted to talk to y'all about that. We need to definitely find that. And I was thinking we need to, now that we're talking about acting, I feel like we need to see about getting some like classes.
Yeah.
I mean, our kids go from
Well,
show
this
to
is
show.
that whole like stretch thing, kind of
Yeah.
like the summer intensives. So there's a few
Yeah.
things that we've got to kind of change up. We were sitting on our laurels, so to speak, letting the kids just do the things we've found already. But I think it's time.
Yeah.
It's time to kind of push them a little bit. Because if we don't, they're not going to do it on their own. They need us.
Well,
Yeah.
and I keep going back to what I was doing at 12.
Yeah.
I was outside throwing the ball against the garage, doing cartwheels in the lawn. Like, our kids there's so much more expected of them,
Yeah.
and they're being expected to make these big life choices at such a young age that they're not really capable or should be making. And this is across the board with kids, I'm not just talking about our kids. So of course they need that kind of guidance, that kind of shove, because left to their own devices, that's not naturally what they should be doing at this age.
Yeah.
No, they'll be on YouTube
true.
on their cell
Right.
phones.
Right. So they need guidance and
Yeah.
nudging and those kinds of
I went
things.
through that. I mean, when I was 12, I was riding horses every day of my
Right,
life
Jesus,
and
yeah.
competing and traveling and totally different. I was responsible for this big, huge animal and like I had to do everything for it,
Yeah.
know? And it was great because it taught me so much responsibility, and it's an awesome thing. And so, riding horses is not my kids' thing, but, they need to have something to
Yeah.
help them, and mold them, and whatever their natural ability is, you got to go for that.
Right. And we, as parents, have to help them do that. And that's
That's
why
true.
we have this podcast.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
around.
Holy shit.
Seinfeld episode. I just managed to pull it back around.
Seinfeld.
Look at that.
That's
Wait, am
what
I
we should call
Kramer?
it.
I think I'm Kramer.
Oh, you are
Or am I Elise?
Oh, I don't know. We could have a whole podcast just
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
character analysis. No, let's not do that. Let's just
No,
wrap
because
it
then
up
we'll
right there.
then we'll talk
Yeah.
about the Golden Girls. Because then we can have a whole character analysis about that.
They were like our age.
They were
That's what's
deceptively
fucking
young.
insane. It's the hair.
They were like 50s.
Well, I'm not in my
Well,
50s, but
no.
I thought they were like in their 40s. and
Okay,
50s.
I'm gonna Google that.
You should,
They're
but-
definitely younger than they.
But they
made them out
looked
to be.
old,
Mhm.
like little old ladies, because they had little old lady hairstyles back then, and that was just kind of the way it was.
Right.
Now we don't do that.
No,
I keep
but-
wondering when I'm going to act my age, but I don't know that it's going to happen.
I don't think it's really kind of our thing.
No, I don't
yeah,
think we
like
have
this
to.
generation of people. Like I don't know.
It's not happening.
I'm just a kid that's got adult things and responsibilities. and
Right.
occasionally adult money.
Yeah. Okay, so Betty White and B. Arthur were 63 years old when the series began.
Okay,
But
so
the
they're
characters were not that old.
Maybe
The characters
like
themselves.
Daddy,
Okay.
Much like the
'Cause
Rue.
this was a conversation.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I feel
So
like-
Blanche was 51, or the actress. It says much like the character, Rue McClanahan was the youngest at 51. So I guess
think
she
they were
was the
supposed to be in their
youngest.
50s.
okay, but still,
It says Blanche
that's pretty
never.
young.
Yeah.
And they had like little
like to
lady
think
haircuts,
so.
so that put them in.
Right.
Like, it made you feel like
They
they were in
did.
their 70s.
Like they were getting their hair set every
They went
week.
to the parlor every week.
Yeah, yeah.
My
Yeah, yeah.
grandmother used to
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
it
my
set
grandmother
and
used to do
then,
that too, and then
puff it out after you slept a little
yeah,
bit,
exactly.
Get all the holes. So it says Blanche never explicitly shares her age in the series, but in a 1988 Mother's Day episode, it was revealed that she was 17 years old in 1949.
Well, that's some math I can't do.
Yeah, I'm not doing that right now.
Forget
No, and I had to click on it
That's a
because I got
BS
the
right there.
dot.
Fucking dot.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, So I'm going to keep scrolling here to see if I can find
There's
that.
probably a quiz you can take, like which Golden Girl are you? Which
Oh, I'm sure
Seinfeld
there probably
character?
is. But then they get all of your personal information
Right.
and
Then
they know
And
all
then
your passwords.
Then they sell it.
No, I mean, it's like all those questions you get when you're making your first password and they give you the safety questions, like what was your mother's maiden name?
Right.
You know,
Oh yeah, that's true. I never
what
thought
was your
about
first
that.
car? What was your elementary
born?
school? Where
Yeah.
were you born?
What street were you born on?
Yeah.
Or
So
whatever.
if you fill out that quiz, because they ask you questions like that, they get those that information,
Yeah.
and then you're
screwed.
either they use it or they sell it or whatever.
Yeah. And you
Yeah,
gotta
I
buy
keep telling my
LifeLock.
dad, like I keep telling him all the time, I'm like, please stop doing these quizzes.
Mhm.
You know.
Oh my God, that
This
was
is
like
how you get
PJ's
it.
dad when
Yeah.
he was alive.
They just
Okay.
don't see it the same way we do.
No.
So it says Sophia, the mom, she was supposed to be between 80 to 85. Rose was supposed to be between 55 and 62, so that's not too far off. Dorothy was 54 to 61, and Blanche was 53 to 60. So yeah, I mean, we're not
They
too
were
Okay.
far
there.
out.
I'm 53.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do I look like Blanche?
No.
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 Blanche.
I mean, maybe if you changed your hair,
Yeah. If we set
maybe
some
we
hair
could get
on
there.
it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna find me a Blanche filter and put your picture.
That probably exists.
I'm sure it does. And if it doesn't, somebody's about to go create one.
Yeah, probably. We just gave him a brilliant idea to make millions of dollars.
Ideas.
We did.
Just can't implement.
That's right.
All right,
Best
guys,
ideas
do
come
it.
with chatting.
We got to get to Chitty here.
Yeah, we do.
Oh shit!
Finally
Yeah,
get to see
I
the
told
show.
Chris to buy me a ticket. So
Oh, I'll tell you where we're sitting. See, well, there's nobody behind me, so you can
Okay.
sit with us.
okay, good.
All right, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So peace out.
Do good, people.
Yeah, be good human.
Something like that. Do good or be better. Or
Something.
Like that.
Give us a little whistle nose action to
No,
close
please
us
don't.
out.
Please don't. If you sit behind me and whistle your nose today,
I can't stand that shit.
Rage.
Just grab,
Yeah.
just grab her hand, sit next to her.
I'm
grab
gonna
her
get
hand.
throat punched.
Milking my fingers. I did want to throat punch him.
Wow.
Yeah. On that note,
I hate
goodbye.
Yeah.
that.